So, I don't know, you got your first goal, winner in the Open Cup. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, I feel like I've been working all year, so it's nice to see it pay off, and it's nice to come into a game like this with a crowd like this and get the win.
You know, this is you got the start in this game as well. When did you find out you were starting, and what does it say that Brian had faith in you to give you the start in this game?
I mean, I found out a couple days ago, and I feel like right now I'm confident, and I feel good coming into these games. The team has been really, really good to just integrate into. All the older guys are really good to me, so it's honestly just another day at the office. Like with a team like this, they all accept me. And they push me to go do what I need to do out there, and same way vice versa. So I think it's actually quite easy to come and play a game, especially after all the hard work and training that we've been doing.
You know, when that ball comes to you, it took a few touches for you to get in position. Not an easy finish at all. What's going through your head when on that play?
I mean, Danny is so good at just getting those flicks. So I've been trying to just stay around him, and he likes to get them going backwards. So I just made sure to kind of shuffle around and get on his backside, and nobody really focuses on the little guy in the back. So I was just waiting for it to come, and I knew he'd get it eventually, and fell to my feet, got a good touch, and was able to finish.
And you know, just to go back to preseason, you were with the Sounders, the first team, all preseason. What was the thought process for you when you found out you weren't going to get a first team contract to start the season, and how have you kind of kept your head high with defiance?
I mean, I think that I've got a lot of good mentors around me and guys who have gone through all this, and they're telling me a lot of how it goes and what happens, and I know it's really hard to break into first team right away. So the name of my game recently has just been consistency, and I've been trying to stay consistent with everything I do, starting from day one, coming into preseason and then going into Spain. And so when I heard I wasn't going to be on the first team right away, it was definitely disappointing at first, but then I kind of realized, and the people around me were like, hey, don't keep your head up, keep going, you just got to keep working. And so, like I said, I've just been trying to stay consistent and keep working.
So towards the end, when Cody Baker subbed in, it looked like you almost shifted forward a line. Was that something you guys had talked about before the game, or?
I mean, no, I think that the system we play is very fluid. So, and there's a lot of us who can play in all those positions, from right back, right mid, right winger. So I think it also goes back to training again. We train in all those positions, and I've played in the back, I've played up top, I've played in the middle. So I think it's quite easy for Smetzer to just kind of rotate all of us around there. And we train each position with very similar reps, so it's not necessarily anything new. But it's good to stay fluid, and it's nice that he gives us that freedom.
What was the messaging by Brian? First half's over, things are not going well, you're down a goal.
I think when we got into the locker room, it wasn't nobody's head was necessarily down. We all knew we were in the game. We know that coming into a game like this with fans like these against a team like Phoenix, it's going to be tough, and you're going to hit walls. So it's unlucky that they got that PK early on, but like I said, heads didn't go down, and we kept going because we knew if we get one, then we'd have the momentum, be able to take over.
What was the inspiration for the celebration?
I've always enjoyed kind of flipping. I used to do gymnastics, so I've done it a lot. I used to do it in the backyard on trampolines and stuff, so I don't know, I've kind of coined it as my celebration.
As gymnastics goes, I mean, did you ever compete in gymnastics, or how serious was it?
I did it for maybe 3-4 years. I competed a little bit, nothing crazy. It was in like 7th and 8th grade, but I've always been an active kid, so I enjoy moving around, and it's fun to do round-offs and backflips, and I got the skills early on, so might as well use them.
No inspiration by Femi Martin's flips, nothing like that?
Nah. Yeah.
What did you kind of see, I guess, in the box, or what was the mentality? Can you kind of walk us through the goal?
Like I said before, Danny's really good at getting those little flick headers on, and so I knew that eventually one was going to fall, so I just needed to stay around him, stay behind him. Nobody's going to notice me in the back, So I was just floating around, and he got the flick like I thought he would, and I know he can. So fell to me, and I was able to finish it.
It kind of was a good night